Hello, Jamie.
How are you, matey? How you feeling right now?
Oh, mate. I can't. Words can't describe it on the radio.
Are you Ange in or Ange out?
Ange out.
Why?
We had plenty of chance to bring the right man back two seasons ago, and we didn't. We should have bought he should have got Pochettino back. I cancelled my membership after he left. Look where we finished when he was in charge. We brought Mourinho in. He was no good. Conte, no good.
Andy, you've had
turn your hazards off, will you? Put me head in.
That's how bad it is, isn't it? You've had some great managers. You've had some big name managers. Okay, as a Spurs fan, what do you expect from your club? What do you expect to achieve?
Good quality football. Something that the fans can be. Go and watch and come back and enjoy. They've been there, they've seen the game.
But didn't you have that at the first 10, 12 or 10 games of the season? You had that.
You ain't had that since.
But you've had if you had a fully strength team, you may get that back again.
I don't think the boys are playing for him. They're not playing for the club. They're just playing for the money. That's what it seems like to me at the moment.
I don't know if they're just playing for the money. I think they're out there and I think they're a bit lost. I think they're being asked to, play a certain way. And look, they all want to play decent football. I get that, but there's no discipline. There's no resilience in the team. And every time they go forward, it looks like the team could just go and score. It's getting to the.
When was the last time we brought a big name player in? I mean, you look back years ago when we brought Gaza in, Lineker, Klinsmann, Ginola, all those type of guys. When was the last time, apart from Jamie O'Hara, but when was the last time Tottenham brought a big player in?
Well, I mean, Luka Modric, you could argue, and Berbatov and Van der Vaart, they're players, and you say we're top players. But yeah, I hear you. It does feel like at the moment there's a lot of players there who's being brought for the future, but the future's now at the end of the day. You need to get results, and 15th in the table, and it's nowhere near good enough. So, I mean, look, Andy, would you sack him now, or would you give him till the Carabao Cup semi-final? Andy?
Give him to the Carabao.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I wouldn't have brought him in the first place. I mean, Pochettino, he wanted to come back to Tottenham.
Yeah, I know, but that ship's sailed though, mate. It's gone. I think it's one of them. He's got to go. Pochettino had to go at the time. He fell out with Levy. I would have got him back, but it weren't going to happen. Look, we've got to take a quick break. I want to hear from Spurs fans. We're going to take calls all night. 03 717 22 3344. Jermaine, I don't know if you've heard this, the rumour and hammering stuff he's come out and said about Man United. What's your take on that with the comments that he's made? Because I find it quite unbelievable, actually, that he's said that they're the worst team in history.
Yeah, that's absolutely shocking. As a manager, you can have fans saying it, you can have pundits saying it, but as the manager of the football club, should not be saying that. How are you the players going to react? So basically, he's saying every single player in here, you're rubbish.
Yeah.
You may think that as a manager, as a coach, or as a player, you may think about your manager, but you keep that indoors. You do not come out publicly and say, I have got the worst team in the history of Man United's team. That, as a player, if I'm hearing that, I'm going, you cheeky so-and-so.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going for a bad time and whatnot, but to come out and publicly say that, to embarrass every single player on that team.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
I think it's bang out of order.
Yeah. Do you think he's close to... I mean, you can't sack him, I know, but...
No, he's not going to get sacked, like, regardless of where they finish.
You see how bad they are, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's took over, the worst Manchester United team in history, so...
That's what he said.
Yeah, so to wherever they finish, they will stay with him because he's taken over a lot of deadwood, and there's a lot of things that are going to have to happen to clear those players out and to rebuild that squad, and it's not going to happen in 3 months he took over in charge.
I want to hear from Man United fans. We'll try and get you on if you want to have that say on Amorim. These comments obviously were pretty shocking, I think, and out of order on the players, even though they are a joke and they are bad. but you don't need your manager telling everyone that they're bad. And probably needs a bit of help. Talking to managers, Ange Postecoglou, he spoke to the media after the 3-2 defeat at Everton. He was asked if he takes responsibility for the poor form.
I've never played a victim. At the end of the day, I still believe that the responsibility lies with me to get this right, and that's where I sit with things. Whatever the circumstances are, and it's fair to say it's a challenging situation for sure. A lot of it's kind of out of your control as a manager when you're kind of losing players in the manner we are at the moment. But I've still got to steer us through, and if I start sort of worrying about myself or the cards I've been dealt with, then again I kind of, it's a dereliction of my duties and my responsibilities. It's not how I see it. I see it as, what, these are the cards I've been dealt, and it's up to me to get us out of it. And I've got to be good enough to do that.
Would you back Ange?
Yes, because, like I said, I've seen something good there. At the start of the season, I've seen it all. Fresh players, full team, I've seen it. Right now, he's working, some bare minerals and bones. So I will back him.
All right, let's go to Eddie. He's a Spurs fan. Eddie?
Hello, mate. You all right?
I'm all right, Ed. How you feeling?
I'm a bit annoyed that people blame Ange for the way Tottenham are performing. It ain't him that's on the pitch. It's them players. They ain't playing to their full potential. Ange can only do so much. Then when that whistle starts and the match starts, it's down to the players to perform, and they're not performing properly. I mean, the first half yesterday, Everton could have been 5 or 6 up by half time the way we were playing.
I know, but he set the team up like that. I agree with you, Eddie. I do. Some of the players are miles off it, but
yeah, you got players like I'm trying to think of his name there.
Maddison.
Yeah, look, Son. He weren't playing to his full potential. Maddison, where the hell was he in the first half? I mean,
I don't know about Son though. I feel like Son's on his way down. We've extended his contract.
I mean, we was lucky to get away with a win with Tamworth. I mean, that's really poor.
Yeah, no.
When you're relying on your big men to win you the game in extra time, for crying out loud. I mean, the players need to wake up and smell the coffee and start playing properly, because otherwise we are going to be in a relegation battle.
Right.
It just goes to show, though, that the squad depth is really thin when you have to rely on your big boys to come on against Tamworth to get you out of the, out of the sticky stuff.
I know, mate, but come on, the reserve team should win that game.
Exactly. We should have won that like 5 or 6-0, with no problem. But all right, you show Tamworth a bit of respect. I understand that, but Tamworth absolutely kicks us all over the pitch, and they should have won it, if truth be told.
FA Cup. That's what
they were a better team. In 90 minutes, they were a better team.
Oh, all right, Eddie, here's a question then. You're saying it's the players' fault, they need to step up, but would you sack Ange?
No, not at all. Wait, let's see how far we get with the League Cup. Let's see how far we get with Europe this season. But no, I would not sack him, not at all.
Okay.
Well, Harry, I can tell you how far you're going to get in the League Cup. You're going to get knocked out, pal.
Well,
you're going to Anfield, and on the back of what I'm seeing,
whooping.
Yeah, that's correct. You just said it.
We could get a whooping. But you never know. You never know, mate.
Look at these.
Yeah, look, it's a one-off game, and might have a chance. But I'm with Jermaine on this one. I can't see us going to. Listen, I know we're 1-0 up. But Liverpool can, score in the first minute, mate. It should be an onslaught. It really will be. So it's going to be a tough night, that's for sure.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.